today? I hope you're doing fine. I was just getting ready to do some exercise because we really need to take advantage of this free time we've got. But it is like we have plenty of free time. All of us have something different else to do. Me with my work and you with your homework. But yes, indeed. Well, the purpose of this video is to introduce you to all of the things that we're now going to be doing in the following class. Okay, we are now going to we have already worked with the traditional construction materials, all of the different building materials that are considered traditional, that is to say the timber, the stone, cement, concrete, and even also the different kinds of all the materials you yourself know. We are now going to work with the ones that are not considered, traditional, but modern, yes? And this is the reason why we are now working with another homework. I know you must be exhausted by now. Hang on, I'm pretty sure the things are getting on their way to improve. Apparently everyone is outside, no one is actually respecting quarantine anyway. But, schools will be out of the way still for some time, I hope. But we are now still working. You can always reach me throughout a different message. Either you send a mail to my mailbox, I'll try to reach you. But this time we're now working with what we consider modern building materials. The first one, there are 4 ones that we are going to talk about, but we are now going to work with steel and glass and metal, okay? So we are now going to start explaining these ones to you. So the first thing you should know about this piece of homework is that there are 2 different texts. The first one will deal with what steel is, how does it work, how is it made, what are the uses, where is it applied to. And the second text is obviously about glass and metal. So starting off with steel, we are going to read the text and complete the sentences with words that have been extracted from the text. Yes, so you'll be of course joined with a different version of the text, not read by me this time, but an application that you should download. I will recommend it to you.
Is resistant to corrosion, rusting and general deterioration. It can be used both for exterior as well as internal infrastructure. Compared to conventional concrete buildings, steel buildings offer a longer lifetime and they cause less harm to the environment thanks to the resistance and durability. Because steel buildings are usually prefabricated or made in sections and parts that are assembled on the construction site, they are cheaper than conventional buildings. The quantity of carbon contained in steel determines whether the alloy is hard or soft. Nowadays, steel buildings are often appreciated for their design. In fact, the flexibility of this material allows different forms and shapes. More than any other building material, steel has a high strength-to-weight ratio. This means that it is easy and cheap to span large distances, elegantly eliminating columns. Thanks to this, it is easier to subdivide and customize office and warehouse space.
Pero Miss, ¿qué significa? Yo no entiendo. Sí, yo sé que todas esas preguntas se le están pasando por la cabeza. Es por eso que ahora vamos a desglosarlo. Entonces vamos a comenzar por el primer texto, el de steel. Tenemos steel is resistant to corrosion, rusting and general deterioration. En realidad el acero, vamos a hablar del acero, es resistente a la corrosión, que quiere decir que se pudra, ¿sí? Rusting, óxido, y general deterioration. So it's the strongest material on earth. Dice, it can be used both for exterior as well as internal infrastructure, que puede ser usado tanto para el interior como para el exterior. Hablamos de diseño de diferentes edificios. Compared to conventional concrete buildings, steel buildings offer a longer lifetime and they cause less harm to the environment thanks to the resistance and durability. Comparado a los edificios convencionales, los edificios que contienen o que están hechos de acero son más amigables para el medio ambiente, o sea, son ecológicos porque no dañan tanto el medio ambiente y producen menos contaminación gracias a que son más duros de destruir y son más resistentes, no necesitan más que el steel. Después tenemos, because steel buildings are usually prefabricated or made in sections and parts that are assembled on the construction site, they are cheaper than conventional buildings. Eso también es cierto. Generalmente los edificios de acero se construyen por partes, entonces como se construyen por partes es más fácil de trasladar y terminan saliendo mucho más barato de fabricarlos, o sea, de construirlos, que un edificio convencional. The quantity of carbon contained in steel determines whether the alloy is hard or soft. La cantidad de carbón que ustedes utilicen para fabricar acero es la que determina si el steel, que es un alloy, una aleación, finalmente termine siendo más dura, no tan dura, más durable, menos durable, según la cantidad de carbón que le agreguen a la mezcla. Says, nowadays steel buildings are often appreciated for their design. Hoy en día los edificios de acero están más que nada apreciados por su diseño. In fact, the flexibility of this material allows different forms and shapes. Es verdad, este material tiene la ventaja de que es muy fácil de moldear, entonces te da la posibilidad de que uno puedan tener edificios de diferentes formas. More than any other building material, steel has a high strength to weight ratio, o sea que tiene una gran proporción de lo que sería lo que tiene que ver con la proporción en fuerza y peso. El peso no es tanto, pero sí ofrece mucha fuerza. This means that it is easy and cheap to span large distances elegantly, eliminating columns. Pueden usar el acero para hacer grandes construcciones sin la necesidad de tantas columnas, porque es bastante resistente. Thanks to this, it is easier to subdivide and customize office and warehouse space. Gracias a esto es mucho más fácil personalizar tanto oficinas como, digamos, esos lugares que se utilizan de depósitos. Generalmente la mayoría tienen una estructura de acero. So now, having read the text, you are to complete the 6 different sentences that are just following their text. You have to take words out from the text to complete them, okay? On exercise number 2, you are supposed to read the text again and then match the words to the definitions. You have 6 different words on one side, numbered 1 to 6, and then you have on the other side all of the definitions that are ordered now in this case using letters, so from A to F, okay? You are going to read and then match the definitions. You can use dictionaries for this or translators as you like.
Glass is a fashionable material in contemporary architecture. Transparent buildings and structures are very popular in contemporary architecture. Structural glass components such as columns and beams are often required, but this material seems structurally unsafe because of its brittleness. For this reason, a new construction technique has been developed using very long overlapping glass segments to create glass beams. These are made by bonding the segments adhesively. A small stainless steel profile that has been added to the layout of the glass beam to reinforce it. To prove that glass structures can be as safe as reinforced concrete, an experimental transparent pavilion has been designed, with dimensions 9x 3.6 m, that combines a number of innovative ideas. Many different kinds of glass and glass systems have been used. The outermost and the triple-layered isolating glass units have been tempered and sometimes laminated ANF. Some glass has also been coated with solar control glass to reflect some of the unwanted sunshine outwards. In other cases, glass that can be heated electrically and glass panes free of iron oxide have been used to make the inside light more natural. Painted, stainless, hot-dip galvanized and weather-resistant steel, as well as aluminum, have also been used for supporting structures. Aluminium has some advantages. It is light, resistant to corrosion and easy to work, but also some disadvantages. Its thermal expansion and conductivity are high and it has low elastic modulus and fire resistance. Stainless steel also offers some advantages. It has good fire resistance and it is easy to keep, but its high price is a major disadvantage. Both hot dip and painted steel are not as expensive, but they are difficult to work on site and are not resistant to corrosion.
Y luego tenemos el segundo texto de Glass and Metal, en el que ustedes luego van a tener que ubicar los diferentes encabezados correspondiendo a los 3 diferentes párrafos que tiene el texto. Pero vamos a comenzar a leerlo y a desglosarlo. Dice, Glass is a fashionable material in contemporary architecture. Que en realidad el metal no es el metal, hablamos del glass, que sería vidrio. Es un material muy de moda ahora en la arquitectura contemporánea, porque justamente las apariencias de los edificios transparentes suelen ser muy vistosos, pero en realidad este tipo de material, estos tipos de estructuras requieren de columnas y vigas que lo ayuden a sostener. Siempre parecen un poco inestables, un poco inseguros, unsafe because of its brittleness, o sea, porque en realidad el material es bastante frágil, el vidrio es frágil. For this reason, a new construction technique has been developed using, por esta razón, digamos, una nueva técnica de construcción que utiliza el vidrio han sido diseñadas. Por ejemplo, ¿cuáles serían las soluciones de este problema para, digamos, incrementar la durabilidad del vidrio? Primero, very long overlapping glass segments to create glass beams. O sea, estos segmentos de vidrio no van a ser puestos solos, sino que se van a ir sobreponiendo uno con otro para crear justamente estas vigas. Y luego ser reforzadas with a small stainless steel profile que luego serán agregados para formar las vigas. To prove that glass structures can be as safe as reinforced concrete, para probar que las estructuras de vidrio pueden ser tan seguras como las de concreto, se ha hecho un experimento. An experimental transparent pavilion has been designed. Quiere decir que un pabellón, digamos, del tipo, es un experimento, construyeron un pabellón que es como una pieza que fue diseñada con las siguientes medidas de 9 por 9 por 3,6 metros cuadrados, que combinan, digamos, un número de ideas innovativas. Diferentes tipos de vidrio y diferentes tipos de sistemas puestos en diferentes sistemas han sido utilizados para la construcción de este pabellón. The outermost, o sea, la parte externa de este pabellón, para que se den una idea, tiene 3 and the 3 per layer insulated glass units have been tempered. O sea, la parte externa del pabellón y varias capas de insulación que tiene este mismo pabellón está hecho todo de vidrio que ha sido templado, o sea que un vidrio que ha tenido un tratamiento con calor para justamente evitar otra clase de problemas, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, o sea que sean duros, sean durables como los vidrios templados de los celulares para protección. Y luego también han sido laminados y hay otras clases de vidrios que también fueron utilizados, que han sido cubiertos con solar control glass, que sería como una especie de polarizado para controlar justamente la cantidad de sol que se le puede, digamos, poner o que la radiación y el calor que absorbe el vidrio, to reflect some of the unwanted sunshine outwards. In other cases, glass that can be heated electrically and glass panes free of iron oxide that have been used to make the inside light more natural. Bueno, diferentes clases de vidrios, como dijimos. Otra clase de vidrios que se utilizaron que pueden ser que se calienten eléctricamente, o paneles de vidrio que también han sido utilizados para hacer que la luz que ingrese a este pabellón sea como más natural. Y finalmente llegamos al tercer párrafo que dice painted stainless hot dip galvanized and weather resistant steel. O sea, todo eso quiere decir el acero inoxidable, stainless steel, que no solamente es inoxidable, sino que a veces está pintado, también está recubierto o sea, tiene esa capa galvanizada que es zinc, y es resistente a los cambios climáticos, as well as aluminum, which have also been used for supporting structures. O sea, tanto el acero inoxidable como el aluminio han sido utilizados para soportar diferentes pesos en construcciones. Aluminum has some advantages. El aluminio tiene algunas ventajas, por ejemplo, it is light, o sea, es liviano, es verdad. Resistant to corrosion, es resistente a la corrosión, a oxidarse. And it is easy to work, es muy fácil de trabajarlo, muy fácil de aplicarlo. Y luego tenemos también que tiene some disadvantages, meaning that its thermal expansion and conductivity are high. O sea, lo que pasa con el aluminio es que cuando se calienta tiende a expandirse, o sea, se agranda así. Y luego tenemos que, bueno, tiene una conductividad eléctrica también muy considerable. And it has low elastic modulus and fire resistance. O sea, no es muy elástico el material. Por eso justamente es bueno para la resistencia. Y que también no es muy resistente al fuego. Así que en caso de incendios tampoco sería muy útil, que digamos. Stainless steel also offers some advantages. Y hablando del stainless steel, venimos a hablar de las ventajas que tiene el acero inoxidable. It has good fire resistance, bueno para el fuego, resiste el fuego. And it is easy to keep, fácil de mantener. No requiere tanto mantenimiento, no se corroe, soporta cambios climáticos y todo lo demás. But its high price is a major disadvantage. ¿Qué pasa con el stainless steel? Es muy caro. Entonces eso es una desventaja muy considerable. Entonces tenemos both. Deep galvanized and painted steel are not as expensive. Not expensive, but they are difficult to work on site and are not resistant to corrosion. Y tenemos si en el caso de que no poder conseguir por el precio el stainless steel, el acero inoxidable, tienen la opción siempre de trabajar con el acero galvanizado o el acero que es pintado, que tiene una capa de protección extra, pero no son tan resistentes como a la corrosión como el acero inoxidable lo es, o son muy difíciles de trabajar y de aplicar en la construcción. Espero que les quede claro. And then on to text 2. Well, once you have read this, you will see that you have the text that is a kind of incomplete. In this case, you are going to read the text and then match each paragraph with a heading, okay? So there are 3 headings. Headings in Spanish means encabezados, títulos, subtítulos. So when you read a text, you've got different titles. Of course, the main title, and then each paragraph sometimes tends to have a heading, okay? So there are 3 different headings. A, advantages and disadvantages of different kind of metals. B, transparent buildings, problems and possible solutions. And then there is C, an interesting experiment. You're going to find out which one is, which one matches which paragraph. Having read now the second text, we are going to go to exercise 4, in which you are going to read the text again, because as many times as you read it, you will get it better, okay? So on exercise 4, you are asked to read it once more, and you are to decide whether the statements are true or false, meaning that you have 6 different sentences, 6. And you are going to decide whether the statements that are implied in these sentences are true, verdadero, or false, F, okay? It's very simple, something you do in Spanish, so I hope you're going to do it fine. And last but not least, and it is as important as all of the other exercises, is exercise number 5, which is the one in which you have to match the words with the definitions. And it is very similar to exercise number 2. You are to match 5 different words that have been extracted out of the text about glass and metal, and you're going to match these words with their definitions. It goes without saying that you can use also a dictionary or a translator if that's your point, if you really need it, because I'm not going to be there to help you. I'm not telling you to cheat, but as I am not your present teacher, I kind of feel guilty if I just don't use certain things or certain tools, because you are going to definitely need it. You are all learning to teach yourselves English, and I just really cannot be. It's a horrible time, really, but you can use as much tools as you like, right? Including the ones that I'm going to be telling you about. These two applications are wonderful. The first one is a text to voice reader. So you just go type your text on a TXT Word or Word file, and then you put it on your cell phone. Try to locate it with your cell phone, and this marvelous app will read it out loud for you. So you can improve either your listening. Yes, you improve your listening, improve your ability to understand things that are being said out loud, and you can also, why not, practice yourself with your pronunciation. That would be a good idea. Really nice if we happen to return to a lot of people speaking English so fluently. And so I think this is all that you have to do. Voy a hablar un poco en español en estos últimos minutos. Espero de corazón que les esté yendo bien, que estén bien de salud, que se sigan guardando en sus casas y que no duden en contactarme si de verdad necesitan algo para, bueno, ya saben, realizar la tarea. A mí me han pedido que yo no trate de contestar preguntas de ustedes en un horario que no corresponda, que tratemos de respetar la rutina que venían siguiendo en la escuela, pero realmente que es bastante difícil con la poca conexión de internet que tenemos aquí en Orán. Yo lo entiendo, así que yo, de mi parte, yo no tengo ningún problema en estar respondiendo cosas en un día que no corresponde. Yo la verdad que no tengo tanto trabajo más de otra escuela. Ustedes son mis únicos alumnos, así que siéntanse súper flattered by this. Entonces, así que yo no tengo ningún drama. A mí me contactan, ya sea si no es por el classroom, bueno. Pero sí, traten más o menos de respetarlo. No me vayan a estar escribiendo a las 5 de la mañana, porque yo tampoco estoy en el mundo de los despiertos, ¿sabes? Así que bueno, les deseo mucha suerte. Vamos a ver si podemos hacer alguna videollamada, alguna reunión de Zoom, algo con los que sí puedan. Dejen su comentario en la tarea del Classroom, a ver quiénes sí pueden hacer la videollamada en Zoom, porque necesitamos también vernos en un momento. Y bueno, tratamos de organizar algo, ¿sí? De mi parte, eso es todo. Ya saben, cualquier duda, me escriben, me hablan en el Classroom. I have no problem, okay? So, that's all for me. Bye bye. Hope you're doing well. Take care. Stay safe.